Well, it was a wild game here tonight between the Barrie Colts and the Sudbury Wolves. Already the fourth meeting this season between these two Central Division rivals. Of course, they met last night up in Sudbury where Kayshawn Aitchison scored the overtime winner. We're in the 3-2 final. So tonight, bit of a different story. Starting off, Drew Galton making his season debut between the pipes for the Sudbury Wolves, going up against Ben Horebic. So the backup goaltenders getting the starts here tonight at the Saddlein Arena. And early on, the Sudbury Wolves getting plenty of chances. They were out shooting the Colts 8-1, approaching the midway point of the first period. But the Barrie Colts, that didn't seem to faze them as they would get the first goal of the night. It was Carter Lowe sending it across to Grayson Tiller, who was down low. He found the back of the net for his first of the season. Kind of threw me off because I'm not used to seeing Grayson Tiller going to the net. So he opened the scoring. After that, there was a turnover. Bodie Stewart was able to pounce on it. He found Dallin Wakely down low. There was no chance for Galton. Galton did everything he could to try and stop that one. But the Barrie Colts made it 2-0. And then Kayshawn Aitchison in the slot. He was untouched. There was a lot of traffic in front, and he made it 3-0 for the Barrie Colts. But Sudbury out shooting Barrie at that point 20-11. So they were getting pucks on net. They just couldn't solve Ben Horebic at that point. So going into the second period, Dallin Wakely had a short-handed breakaway, and he decided to shoot it. I kind of was expecting him to maybe try and make a move on Galton. I'm not sure if he thought he had a player right on him because he was at the end of his shift, but still, Dallin Wakely, maybe still, he's coming back from that ankle injury, so maybe that's a factor too. But after that, Bo Jelsma, he would capitalize going to the net, getting his 100th career OHL goal, making it 4-0 at that point. The goals would keep coming for the Barrie Colts. Carter Lowe, he would go to the net, dig deep, and find the way to get it across the red line, making it 5-0. But on the power play, the Sudbury Wolves would solve Ben Horebic. Horebic, though, made a paddle save. It was unreal. He robbed Chase Coughlin, but the rebound went right to Kieran Walton, and he was able to find the back of the net, making it 5-1 after two periods. And after two periods, Sudbury was still ahead on the shot clock, 32-30, but it was 5-1 Barrie at that point. So going into the third period, Grayson Tiller, he would get his second of the night. He was actually allowed to just carry the puck to the net. A beautiful backhand top shelf, but the Sudbury Wolves didn't really seem to have that urgency to start that third period. So it was 6-1. And then Gabriel Eliasson threw a hit, and of course, that resulted in a fight as Lucas DiGianpasso went after him. He was given the instigator. He had to go off for some repairs as well as Gabriel Eliasson connected on a couple of rights. Although DiGianpasso standing tall in that one, you have to give him credit as those two went toe-to-toe. After that, Riley Patterson, he would make it a 7-1 score. And then Grayson Tiller, his first career OHL hat-trick, the unlikely hat-trick from the defenseman, but great showing from Grayson Tiller as he was outstanding offensively. And now, at the end of the hockey game, Chase Coughlin was under the skin of the Barrie Colts all night long, and he was serving a penalty in the box, and he came out of the box with a minute left in the third period, and Cole Dubowski went after him. Dubowski was given the major, but then you also had Evan Passmore and Blake Clayton. Those two were mixing it up. So Passmore and Dubowski were handed majors, and we had an 8-minute review with a minute left in the hockey game. So it felt a little unnecessary. There was a couple times where the referees kind of let things go. There's one situation where Jelsma was held along the boards. The referee was standing right there, didn't call anything, but then called Jelsma when he was frustrated and delivered the cross-check, which the fans here at Saddlein, not in agreement. So there was a couple times there where I felt like maybe the referees were letting things go, and that kind of just built up some emotions among the players. And Chase Coughlin was the player that the Barrie Colts were going after. So we'll see if there's going to be any sort of suspensions coming out of that play at the end of the game. But that's how it ended. 8-1 is the final. Shots 44-39 for the Barrie Colts in the end. And your 3 stars tonight, Ben Horebic, third star with 38 saves. He's now a perfect 4-0 to start the season. Carter Lowe, a goal and 2 assists. He was the second star. And no surprise, Grayson Tiller, the first star with the hat trick. So a wild finish to this one. And the Barrie Colts now 4-0 on the season series against the Sudbury Wolves. Well, the Wolves tomorrow night now travel to Owen Sound to battle the Attack. So that's how this game ended up. Let me know in the comments section down below your thoughts on this game. And yeah, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Talk to you again soon.